Hi, I'm Christina. I'm your librarian here at Christina's Bookshelf, and today I'm coming to you from the Up Down in downtown Kansas City to talk about Beta Test, which is book 2 in the Gaymers series. And what better place to talk about games? Beta Test is a complete standalone, so you don't have to read Status Update to understand what's going on in Beta Test. I'm just going to say read it because it's a really good book. And Beta Test, it was really fun to read. I was kind of having some Malik flashbacks, if you've read the Mortal Instruments series. And because there's so many similar things, obviously not demons and stuff, but I mean, you're still in this kind of fantasy land because they get to work for space villagers. They're creating this fantastic game for people to use. Although we're in reality with these two characters that we're going to meet, I kept being like, oh my god, that's like Malik. Oh my god, that's like Malik. And I was so excited to find some real characters in the real world that I could kind of relate to and enjoy and have fun with. So in Beta Test, we have Tristan Jones. Tristan comes into Space Villagers. He's going to be working in the marketing department with brand management. And he is kind of a very uptight kind of individual. Very much the T's are crossed, the I's are dotted. There's, multiple levels of highlighter going on, multiple colors of Post-its going on. And everything is just very, very organized. The level of OCD and perfection that we get with Tristan. And it kind of stems back to, and this is kind of also where he's like Alec. His parents, we love you, Tristan, but we're very conservative people. And his mom is a judge for the state of California, and she's a very conservative, stand for traditional family values. They know he's gay, but he needs to kind of keep it down low. Don't bring this out in the open. Don't show people this is who you are. Do it behind your closed door. And then we have Ravi Tandell, who comes from a very traditional Indian family, and they're very set in their ways, and so he goes from the East Coast and kind of flees to the West Coast to get away from it and be who Ravi wants to be. So their first day meeting, Tristan is very, I've ironed my pants, I've ironed my shirt, I have everything in order, I've already read the manual, and here I get to highlight and read it again. And Ravi just kind of comes in and he's like, hey, he's got colored hair, he's this exotic guy that is just dressing, and I don't want to say flamboyantly, but he's very much dressing to himself, who he wants to be. And if it makes him appear gay, he doesn't care, because he is. And that's how he's going to live his life. He's not going to live it behind closed doors. He's not going to live it because somebody else has said, this is how you need to live. This is Ravi. He's going to be a graphic designer, like Aiden is in the first book. So we have very uptight Tristan and very laid back, let's go with the flow Ravi. Ravi might have forgotten to do something, which made Tristan maybe a little bit angry about it. And so they're at this company event, and they're kind of bickering, going back and forth at something. And then Ravi is finally like, look, I get it. You don't like that I am gay. And Tristan's like, I'm gay too, And it was just kind of oh my god, I gotta get out of here. Tristan freaked out. And it was kind of at that point in time when things kind of clicked with Ravi, it's this horrible just kind of mix of confusion and misunderstanding and assumptions. That's the big thing, I think, in Beta Test. And it comes from both sides. And so what is a better way to get two people to work together? Unintentional road trip. Yes, very laid back with very kind of not laid back. Are going to be in a vehicle traveling to Seattle from California. How much fun is this going to be? And this kind of gives them the opportunity to kind of find each other, find themselves, understand what's going on, and get to this convention. And it doesn't happen very easily. Of course, there has to be roadblocks. There has to be different things that happen because you never really know somebody until it becomes crisis moment. And something happens to Ravi, and Tristan has to pull together this man that he's never really accepted that he is, because he's never been told that he can be this great human being, that he is this great human being. Just this great book of two people that are complete, just kind of opposites. It's kind of fantastic to see Tristan kind of come out of his shell, out of what his parents have kind of bogged down on him, and see him come forward and say, no, I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm going to be Tristan Jones. And so we're watching both of these people become who they need to become. And it's so interesting because, like I said, they are both nerds. They are kind of both geeks. But they're so totally different from each other that it's interesting watching them put themselves together. Beta Test by Annabeth Albert comes out May 30th, 2016. It is a standalone. It is with Carina Press, approximately 178 pages. And I'm going to give it 5 stars just because, one, it's so fun. Road trip! Really? Yes. And then the kind of catastrophes that happen, I didn't think they were your usual catastrophes, and it was really great and kind of refreshing to have something new. Nerddom, yeah, hello, my favorite. So I don't know, maybe I'm a little biased because it's nerds and it's Annabeth Albert and it's the Gaymers series, and I'm hooked and addicted and love everything that I just said about everything that I just said. Just go read it.